Let's get ready to rumble!
Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, look, fighters come and go. I want what's best for boxing. And what's best for boxing, in February 21st, Mario Barrios is going to be defending his WBC welterweight championship belt versus Ryan Garcia. And it's better for the sport of boxing for Ryan Garcia to become a world champion. Yeah, no pun intended to Mario Barrios. Hey, yo, your team has done a hell of a job putting, hey, yo, you've been a pay-per-view main event for a long time. I know as a B-side, but damn. Hey, yo, your team has done a wonderful job putting you up against Gervonta Tan Davis, in which he lost. Keith von Tom Thurman, in which he lost. 2 pay-per-view events right there. And then you got the Yordenis Ugas. You beat Yordenis Ugas. Ugas beat Manny Pacquiao. You got the Manny Pacquiao fight. And now you got the Ryan Garcia fight. Your team has done a wonderful job, but you have not. But Mario Barrios has not captivated the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans. We do not line up Mario Barrios with nobody else. We ain't talking about the potential Mario Barrios versus Devin Haney, Mario Barrios versus Rolly, Mario Barrios versus, you know what I'm saying? We're not excited about that. We're excited about the fights that we've been talking about for years. All right, we've been talking about the today's 4 Kings, Fab 5, whatever you want to call it. We attach Ryan Garcia's name to the potential fight with Devin the Dream Haney rematch. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Tan Davis, in which they already fought. But I want to watch the fights that we've been calling for a pretty long time. And ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios. He becomes a world champion. A potential rematch with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia will be a better one. Is for legacy. It will make more money. It will create more interest, right? And if we can't get that fight, we can still a rematch with Ryan Garcia and a Rolly Romero, or Ryan Garcia and a Conor Ben out there in the UK that would do a stadium fight, or maybe Teofimo Lopez could get back on the rhythm of things and get back in the winning column, or get a big potential opportunity. Teofimo Lopez versus Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? These are the fights that we've been wanting to see. We wanted to see Shakur Stevenson versus Devin the Dream Haney if he moves up and dares to be great to become a 5-division world champion, 3-division lineal champion by the age of 29. We've seen Shakur Stevenson and Ryan Garcia going back and forth. These are the names. Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Tan Davis. If Gervonta Tan Davis handle his legal battles, hopefully, put him in the mix again. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a damn what you think about Gervonta Tan Davis. Tan Davis in the mix, make it more interesting for these guys. We always talk about the past. We always talk about, the 4 Kings, the 4 Kings. Look, ladies and gentlemen, these fighters right here are doing very, very well. These guys already knocking on the door on Hall of Fame nominations, Hall of Fame worthy. Teofimo Lopez, 2-division lineal champion. If it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, y'all all be recognizing him as a 2-division undisputed world champion by the age of 25. Shakur Stevenson, 4-division world champion, 2-division lineal champion. Devin the Dream Haney, 3-division world champion, undisputed in the lightweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching greatness. Greatness is upon us, right? And then if Ryan Garcia does become a world champion, it just makes it more interesting. Legacy reigns supreme. I said the last year that coming into 2026, to sustain the sport of boxing, to captivate the imagination, the emotions, and the interest of the boxing fans and casuals outside of the sport of boxing, we need the names versus the names, relevant versus relevant. We need people that people recognize. We need the fans to recognize these names, and they will be interested. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios is good for the sport of boxing. It's good for this young generation, because let's be real, let's be honest. Mario Barrios is not going to cut it in keeping the interest of the sport of boxing. He hasn't done it. He's been in big fights, and he have not seized the moment. Dennis Ugas, yeah, but it didn't seize the moment. We need interest. Ladies and gentlemen, American boxing is dying. A lot of people is not investing in American boxing. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Netflix is just going to give you this events here and there. Maybe they'll give us Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao too. But at the end of the day, everybody has abandoned American boxing. And the only way we get these investors back into the American landscape, we got to do what we did out there at Madison Square Garden in New York City this past weekend when we saw Shakur Stevenson beat Teofimo Lopez sold out crowd. Why it was a sold out crowd? Because it was name versus a name. People recognize both names, tri-state area, right? Teofimo Lopez never did it sold out or even come close to selling out a big arena. Shakur Stevenson didn't come close to selling out even Newark, but you smash them together and you get a sold out crowd. You smash Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, you get a sold out crowd and the best pay-per-view event of this generation. You get Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, especially now with all the drama and all that stuff. Yo, it will sell out any arena in America. This is what we need in the sport of boxing to bring boxing back in America. And also performances. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia brings more than just his skills to the table. He brings the casual fans. Whether you are his niche fans, in the end of the day, that's what needed in the sport of boxing. A lot of things is generated by numbers. A lot of things is generated by social media. That's the world that we living in right now. I know there's people out there that be like, oh, he just got social media he's a social media superstar. He just got social media fans. At the end of the day, boxing business taking into account social media presence. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia needs to go out there and beat Mario Barrios, become a WBC world champion, and you got the potential unification bout with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Everybody is still in position, whether they win, whether they lost. We seen these guys. You know what I'm saying? All of them have, outside of Shakur Stevenson, had their downfall. All of them have showed their frustrations and all of these guys been exposed. Ryan Garcia has exposed Devin Haney. Teofimo Lopez has been exposed before with Jose Cambosa and Shakur Stevenson. Gervonta Tank Davis by Lamar Roach. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody is not. It can't get got. Just like the Four Kings back in the days. Let's not forget that Roberto Duran, he lost to De Jesus in the lightweight division. He said no mas versus Sugar Ray Leonard, and he beat Sugar Ray Leonard, but he said no mas, right? We seen Roberto Duran get knocked out in the second round by Hearns. We seen Hagler knock out Hagler knock out Hearns in the third round. These are whitewash. But you know what? We still look at them as Four Kings. Let's appreciate this generation, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the golden era of this generation right here. Don't be a hater. Be a supporter with the relevancy with your time. Those are their times, and this is our time. They doing an incredible job, and they're just getting started. They're just walking into their prime. These guys are 27, 28 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios will make boxing better, will make boxing more interesting. It needs to happen February 21st out there in Las Vegas, Nevada. What you think about that? Leave your comment at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Y'all already know y'all tuned in to Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Mo Shot himself. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.